landing or taking off? Hey, welcome back. I'm so glad that you could make it. If this is your first time tuning into the channel and you like the videos, consider giving me that thumbs up, maybe even subscribe. And of course, I'm Erica and I'm coming to you from Crushed. Holy moly. I'm gonna have to take some Benadryl. Time out. Okay, much better. Today we're going to check out the hotel room that we stayed at while we were visiting Denver, and we're also going to use that city pass to go to the Air and Space Museum. Next week we're going to have breakfast at the hotel that we stayed at, and then we're going to go to Botanica Gardens, and I want to take you to one of the places that we had dinner whenever we were visiting family in Denver. If you are able to go to Denver and you get the opportunity to visit Red Rocks, I highly encourage it. The amphitheater is beautiful. It's definitely something to say you've seen at least once in your lifetime. First time I'd ever visited this amphitheater, my baby brother got me tickets to Ellie Goulding, and I believe that this was in 2014. It was an epic concert that we really try to consider whenever we're going on any trips. Are we going up in altitude, lower in altitude? Are we going to be spending time in the sun? Do we need to make sure we take sunscreen? If you're coming from a lower altitude, be mindful of that. In this instance, we're going a mile above sea level. I highly encourage you to hydrate before you go on any kind of travels that you're increasing elevation. And the reason why I'm saying that, if you're going to a higher elevation and then you're going to go even higher in elevation whenever you're visiting, you don't want to get altitude sickness. It can be very dangerous and it totally takes you out of the game. And the whole point of this was to do something to break up the monotony, not break you. Right. We ended up staying at the Born Hotel in downtown Denver. This is right next to Union Square, and the city has done a fantastic job of reconstructing this area and really bringing life to downtown. I chose this hotel because it was right smack dab in the center of everything. So if we wanted to, we could go walking to the park that was close to the hotel. The hotel did offer valet service if that's something that you wanted to do. We didn't decide to do valet. I'm not a huge fan of having someone else drive my vehicle. That's just me, personal preference, but we parked down below the hotel. Whenever you do that, make sure you're getting your ticket. We brought it up with us to the check-in counter, and they give you a little sticker that goes on that ticket, so you're able to get out of the parking garage without paying. It's also a good idea to ask if it's going to be included. So that's another thing to keep in mind whenever you're planning that budget. You know, what are you going to pay for parking, especially in a city, right? And at each of the locations that you're going to be visiting. So that's part of your research process. The hotel required us to go ahead and wear masks while we were coming in and out of. Wear your mask in the common areas, and then whether at the bar or the restaurant, and then if you're actively eating or actively drinking, take your mask off. Go ahead and look at these restrictions before you get to the hotel, before you get to whatever location you're going to be visiting, and then also just ask while you're there, you know, hey, what are the rules? But restrictions change all the time, and of course, as more and more people become vaccinated, the restrictions are going to change. I thought that the hotel was absolutely beautiful. Right here we're in the reception area. You know, you're walking in and you can see the counter. I really liked the style of the Born Hotel. It just had some beautiful wood accents. Thought it was very clean, and I thought that the staff was incredibly inviting, especially during COVID. Around to the right of the check-in counter there is a bar and also a restaurant, and over to the right-hand side there's a seating area, so you can sit here and you can have cocktails at night. So if you're not leaving the hotel, you can just come down here. Liked the hotel. I thought it was absolutely beautiful with all of the wood accents, and you can see that walking down the hall. Our room was in the perfect location. I wanted to see the city, and I really wanted to see Union Square. Walking into the hotel room, immediately you can tell how clean it is. The staff does a fantastic job of keeping everything tidy and smelling fresh. On the right-hand side, you've got the bath area, you've got a sink and a nice sized mirror, and also a shower immediately to the right, and then you've got the the toilet. And one of the things that we always look for is a toilet that has its own door. You want to be able to have that privacy. So in addition to that, there's also this giant sliding door that closed everything off. Walking into the room a little bit more, over on the left-hand side, you've got that nice little counter space. It's not giant, but it is at least enough room to put some papers on there. This is just information about the hotel. I went ahead and showed you that just so you can see it. They list out what their COVID restrictions are and what to expect while you're staying at the hotel. Also had a nice TV, and then over on the right-hand side, there was a nice sized bed. There was a nice bench that was on the foot of the bed, so you could put your bags there if you wanted to. To the right of the bed, there's that dry bar area that has that bucket for ice and then a couple different glasses. Drawers if you wanted to put your stuff in. There was a safe and also a closet. So this was a really cool area. Whenever the closet was closed, you could see the light coming in from outside on that glass pane that also lit up the bathroom area. And no, you can't see through this, so it's totally private. It just adds that extra touch to the room. And if you can see, beautiful woodwork that's on the wall as well as the ceiling. And again, I feel like we stayed in like the perfect room. Looking outside of our window, you can see the city and you can see the trains coming in, and we are going to check that out here in just a minute. We really enjoyed the room. There was nothing to complain about at all. We thought that the staff was fantastic, and we got a couple little gifts whenever we showed up. We got the gummy bears and then the nice little bottle of wine. Before we head over to the Air and Space Museum, I want to show you a little bit of Union Square and then a fantastic place to get salads. It's called Sweet Greens. So go ahead and check that out. That is yummy. It's really great chicken. And that's probably one of the fanciest Whole Foods I've seen. And then there's a Walgreens right down the corner of that street. Pretty cool, huh? And I'm dying to tell you, you blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. No, I've realized. And I'm dying to tell you, you blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. I've tried some time. And I'm dying to tell you, you blow my mind. I don't know if you know yet. No, I've realized. Whenever we visited the Air and Space Museum, it was still required to wear that face mask when we were entering and then when we were looking at any of the exhibits. The cool thing is the museum also had hand sanitizer machines that were strategically located, and walking in, there looked like there were two different places to check in. There was one that was over by the gift shop and then one that was immediately in front of you, and that's where you would stand in line. It was really cool because we had already purchased our tickets through City Pass, and whenever you walk in, you just let them know, hey, I've got City Pass. We were able to save those tickets in our Apple Wallet. You just show that City Pass ticket, they boop it, and you just walk in and you start enjoying the exhibit. And I want to show you around a couple different things that I really enjoyed. And I absolutely loved visiting the Air and Space Museum. They had a lot of really cool planes and a lot of cool information, you know, where we've been and what things we might expect, you know, with the new space programs. I thought that it was really interesting. Having an aviation background, you know, a lot of the things were familiar. I really liked learning new things and learning what other aircraft are out there that I may not have recognized. Speaking of, we've got one flying over right now. And even though it might be familiar, you never know, you might learn something new. So while you're getting to the edge of that comfort zone, don't forget to love that life that you're in. And in anything you do, just get out there and crush it. Laughs came so easily tonight. Just get it right. Oh, give me some now, give me some more.
give me some more.